self-evaluation of their own credit and doing some sort of how to reestablish with banks and that type of thing. What to say. Um, I'll try to within the next few months or the upcoming months to put in certain letters and stuff, which you can get. They've got these things all online. It's not really difficult to do. For those who are not really that interested or don't have time, then that's fine. You can always reach out to BMI, upyourcreditgame.com, send us a message, um, inbox me on Facebook and Instagram. But I wanted to go over a couple things. This summer is approaching, and one of the things that is very important to a lot of the customers are getting a lot of questions and concerns about is about care credit and automobiles. So with those two items, people are very interested in getting that done. They want to see some improvements on their bodies, and they want to see some. They want to drive something really nice. Uh, so I have a couple tips for you. I know that um, care credit most of the time they use, let's see, Experian. As of late, they've been pulling TransUnion. If you've got 720, anywhere between 680 and 720 on Experian and or TransUnion, you are likely to be approved for care credit. Um, People who don't know what care credit is, that's what you use in order to get you some liposuction or any type of cosmetic procedure, whether it be dental work, LASIK eye surgery, any type of breast enhancement or augmentation, and I guess the latest trend, the butt enhancements and augmentations or whatever. Those are what you normally would need if you don't have the capital, if you don't have the cash yourself, or if you go inside some of these doctors' offices, they have applications for that. So they'll give you approved based off of what you are, whatever the procedure costs are. So we got a call coming in. Just hit that back in a minute. Um, what I would suggest you do, if you can get it on your own, um, if you can get it on your own, that'd be great because that way you're not stuck to just that amount. So if you get approved for a care credit account, you can take your approval. It's like a credit card. It's like a revolving credit card, basically. If you pay it off, you get to use it again. It's a revolving credit card account. You can use that at any place that accepts care credit as a form of payment. If you're looking to get, if you're looking to get, if you're looking to get multiple things done, like you may want to do something for your children. Children may need braces, and insurances a lot of times may not cover, especially with the different changes in insurance packages that we have out there now. Your insurance may not cover it, or you may not have enough money to do so. So you use care credit for those purposes, as well as the purposes that I mentioned before. The second thing is automobile purchases. Everybody knows you can get automobile purchases. I always say that you want to go to a place where they understand what you're looking for, or go to the bank first. I talked about this last week or Friday when I did those multiple videos talking about what banks pull what bureaus. It's important that you do that. I mentioned the websites that go to look at your credit if you don't already have monitoring services. I would go to Credit Check Total, MyScore.com. There's another one we've used, Privacy Guard. Privacy Guard is pretty good too. They go through all three bureaus and it shows you the scores on each one. The reason why those bureaus or those monitoring services are pretty good because they basically give you the closest thing to your FICO scoring. You kind of want to stay with a monitoring service that like to utilize FICO scoring because that's what these retailers, these banks, mortgages, auto loans, they mainly use. Other companies like MyScore or Credit Karma may use Vantage scoring, and they change. A lot of times you look at one credit monitoring service like Credit Karma, and then look at Credit Check Total, and you will see there's a huge variance in scores. Same accounts, but the scores are different. One is using Vantage scoring, which could be higher or lower, and the other one is using FICO scoring. So you want to use a company that basically use the FICO scoring system. So those bureaus are fine. When you want to get a car, these companies, a lot of times they'll pull one bureau, especially credit unions. Look online and search for credit unions in your area. There's a site that I use. I'll give it to you for free. It's not a big deal. Called Credit Boards. I tell a lot of my people that I work in conjunction with me, colleagues that may not know, or just clients that are savvy, to look at creditboards.com. You can put in your score, the state you're in, and I think those are the two things. You can put in the score and the state you're in, and then they'll put up the banks that'll all in the bureau. The score, the bureau, and the state you're in. So if you got a 737 on Experian and you're in Illinois, you can put that information in there. Push search. The search will give you the results of all the banks that have pulled or approved people or deny people the accounts or any credit with those accounts. So you may, if you pull Experian, I live in Illinois, I have a 737 on my Experian, it'll pull up all the different results that people put on that they've got approved with. They'll let them know if they got approved with bankruptcy, the whole nine. So, or if they weren't approved with bankruptcy, they'll let them know. So you want to be mindful of that. The other thing is this: be careful if you do a bankruptcy, and I tell people this all the time. Okay, if you do a bankruptcy, bankruptcies are great if you're going to do a Chapter 7. I don't care who you are. If you're going to do a Chapter 7, it's great, unless you have a home that you don't want to move out of, and a car, which I don't see why you would hold on to a vehicle. If you don't have those things like that, there's some sort of heirloom that you want to keep, that you got some sort of money tied to, and you want to maintain and make the payments, that type of thing, I would say do a Chapter 7. Because if you want to hold on to your home and a car, Chapter 13 is what's recommended, especially through attorneys. That's what they're going to push for. There's ways around that, but you would have to be very savvy and be willing to fight with that. But for the most part, Chapter 7 is the best bet. Once you do a Chapter 7, do not immediately go and try to purchase a car. There are alternative ways to doing so. Don't try to purchase a car, the first thing, because that's the first thing I'm going to give you. There's an opportunity. Oh, you've been pre-approved for this vehicle. Come down and see us at some weird Chevy company. Or even, it might be a nice name brand company, or company that you recognize in your area, that will send you these vouchers and these checks supposedly to buy these vehicles. Don't do it. Unless you're in dire straits and you need a car, and your car is your way to getting to work, and your work is your way to you surviving and taking care of your family, that's the only scenario that I would say okay. Even then, I would be against it. You want to be able to, in this credit, in what I'm going to be talking about and revealing over the next few months or a few weeks or however long, I want to give you guys insider tips a lot of people don't want to talk about, and I'm going to release them and reveal them. You don't want to, you do not want to shop for a vehicle or anything like that with a bankruptcy, because they're going to give you high interest rates. You want to go where you celebrate it and not tolerate it. That's something I've been hearing and been going by for the past maybe 10 years. You want to go to a bank that understands you. If you have a great relationship with a bank, then that's fine. They're willing to give you a great interest rate. But you don't want to don't just jump for it because you're in a situation. Just jump and make a hasty decision because you never. It's nice now. Oh, I got a car, and it might be new because that's what they're going to get you into, a newer car. But in a year, 6 months, 8 months, you're gonna look around like, dude, I really didn't. I could have waited. I could have did this. I could have done that. So I'm going to release information to you that can help you to get around these situations, to circumvent these high interest rate loans and that type of thing. So go to our website, www.upyourcreditgame.com. You can leave messages or send us or if you got any questions, or contact us there. On there, I talked about last week that site is for ordering trade lines for the most part. You would have to go to where it says shop trade lines to pick the trade lines you want for your credit. Those credit accounts are great tools to enhance your credit scores. So if you're trying to get approved for a home again, or a car, or some sort of unsecured loan, you may need those trade lines. Any questions? But go to our website. Visit us on Facebook. I'm trying to get my Twitter together now. Visit us on there and our Instagram, and come to the website. Order your trade lines from there. You can order them for CPNs and Social Security numbers. If you have questions about what CPNs are, how to differentiate them, what's a good one, what's a good way to process it, how to, that type of thing, definitely inbox me. Facebook, Instagram. Definitely follow our page on YouTube. Subscribe to our page. I'm gonna put a lot of content out there. I'm gonna be doing how-tos, how to build a good profile, how to build a good credit line or credit score. What banks that are very willing to work with you, they're more lenient, they're more friendly, and what banks are more stern. They give you exactly what you want, but you have to fit this particular criteria. I will be going through all of that with my subscribers and people that are interested and want to know, people that are inquiring about it. So I appreciate it. If you guys would definitely go to the Facebook, like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel rather, and Instagram. I think Instagram is BMI_INC on Instagram. I don't have a lot of content there yet. I'm trying to convert it over, so everything is slowly happening. But I'm more than willing to send out ebooks, information on how to get started with your credit and to get you in a situation where you can do more for your family and advance your credit profile and up your credit game. All right. Any questions? You can always call us 708-228-2222 or text us. Yeah, phone number. That's the phone number, and you can call the office number 708-748-2185. But remember, there's always chance for improvement. You're not stuck. Don't give up. There's a way out. And that's what this is about. Up your credit game. It's not just for buying trade lines or not just for credit repair. It's about utilizing that credit as a resource. It's all numbers and digits. And if you understand how to work that with and use that for leverage, you can maximize your earning potential. You can maximize if you have better credit, which means if you have better credit or great credit, people who know this already know. So if you know it, I'm not talking to you. They'll be preaching to the choir. People who don't know it, if you have great credit, that basically it's almost like an increase of income. And so simple mathematics is if you're a person who makes $50,000 a year and your credit is a 550, your score is going to be lower. Your interest rate is going to average between 13 and 22%. And on credit cards, auto loans, and the sort. Not necessarily homes, but on those things that you need. Even on personal loans, if they give them to you. So your payment at that, I don't have a calculator right here, but your payment would be significantly higher than a person who makes the same amount of money, who has a 750 credit score. Their 750 credit score can virtually get them to the point where they might have 0% interest on some of their loans, on some of their installment loans, some of their credit card loans. They have credit card payments. Most of these credit card companies, if you got great credit, they'll give you an introductory 0% interest rate for anywhere from 6 to 13 months. I've seen as many as 18 months. And so that's 0% interest. It's like using a debit card. Okay? So you're using a debit card. It's the same thing. So you got that type of income, same income, not paying really anything on that credit you're borrowing. You basically can afford more at the same amount as somebody making the same income. So I can be a 550, you're a 750, and we both try to buy, let's say, some sort of a BMW. BMW may cost me $850 a month. That same BMW may cost you $550 a month. You're already ahead of me $300 a month because of my bad credit. That bad credit has subsequently caused me to owe more if I'm trying to, floss or, or whatever you want to call it. Remember, up your credit game, which means up your knowledge. Understand what they're looking for. Understand how to invest in your credit and how to invest. And I'll be sending out more information. Any question you have, call us. Go to our website, www.upyourcreditgame.com. You can always order trade lines on there. Basically, those are credit boosters. If you need questions or help on some sort of credit repair, we're more than willing to help you or to give you information to help yourselves, okay? Thank you. Hope to hear from you soon. God bless. Talk to you soon. Peace.